Good afternoon, Action Figure Plus fans. This is the General coming out with our, I wouldn't say our first, but our second video of the year. And here we are coming back to one of our most favorite genres of this entire channel, and maybe even one of the most favorite action figure lines of all time, G.I. Joe. What can I say? G.I. Joe here is a thumping. So yeah, here we are. Some recards, recard back kits of some of the more how should we put it, some custom figures here, some original carded figures here, believe it or not. And yeah, what can I say? I want to walk you through some of these things, and again, we don't get tired of looking at our GI Joes, eh? Here we are. So let's bring us on in and let's see which ones have been done, and of course maybe get to see me as well too. Oh. So here we have, in our first entry, you may have seen him before, heard of this guy, Sergeant Slaughter. And of course I believe we may have featured him on this show before, but here we go. Beggar's Canyon Sergeant Slaughter with and he's complete and everything. He's in great shape, looking absolutely fantastic. And again, we'll just do a little bit of a countdown video on some of these here. And of course, we have another Sergeant Slaughter. And again, I'm only on by myself trying to film this right now, so I don't have all those fancy camera tricks to zoom in and do all kinds of things. It's just me here today. So what you got here next is General Hawk, looking great. And again, we just in this case used a I think it was a weapon accessory backpack or something. We had a black one kicking around that was exactly like his original backpack. It might have come from one of the other Hawk figures or something, but anyways, here he is. He's complete. And of course, you know this big Mac Daddy as well too, if I can get him off here. 85 Snake Eyes. Here he is, one of the most famous, one of the most favorite versions of Snake Eyes. Here he is, Snake Eyes with timber, original accessories and everything, and looking great. Again, you need a 85 for sure if one has a budding collection. We have Destro and Baroness combo, but here's the Baroness, completely original on this one, no repro to be seen. It's all original Baroness with a card. And again, folks, those just tuning in, where'd you get the cards? Where'd you get them? And again, we get this asked all the time. Beggar's Canyon, folks, check them out. They're great, awesome. They, do amazing work. And of course, sometimes they take a little, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to finally get your order. But what can you do? It's just like Christmas when you get it. Anyways, here we go. Destro. I may have shown him before in another video. This one here, and again, we all love Snake Eyes, but we all love his, Arashikage brother in arms, Storm Shadow. And here we got Storm Shadow. Now, what's cool about this Storm Shadow, folks, is that this is not an 84 Storm Shadow. This is actually a 2004 comic book pack Storm Shadow that was in a 3-pack. I think it was like him, Snake Eyes, and Red Ninja. We had this pack and we're just like, hey, what do we do with this? I think these guys would maybe do better on their own than in a 3-pack. And but the one reason that really drew me into this Storm Shadow here, folks, woohoo, is the fact that he doesn't have any sleeves like the original Storm Shadow did. In fact, I think this one looks more show-like than the original Storm Shadow, and as much as I love it, that's what we went with. So we went with a Beggar's Canyon Storm Shadow card. And we took that out of the comic book pack and did them as a single instead, which in my opinion looks way better. And we did stuff like this, like we cut, it's hard to see, but we cut out his just sort of like image from that comic book pack to put behind to let you know that this isn't an 83, this is a 2004, I believe, Storm Shadow. So I thought he looked absolutely phenomenal. So, and again, this is part showing you some original carded guys and things, but also showing us some of our more expanded, what I would call expanded universe G.I. Joe kind of stuff. So we did that, and we got some repro weapons and of his original weapons, and there you go, Storm Shadow. And we liked it so much that here's the Snake Eyes from that pack as well. So again, if you can see that, That's a comic book pack Snake Eyes, but done in the sort of rendition of the original pack. Now, again, some people like, obviously they like the original stuff. Of course, who doesn't? But one thing I will say about later G.I. Joe, that like in the early 2000s and things, they started moving towards sort of a, or like a, kind of like a, I wouldn't say like a rubberized, but I guess a rubberized sort of arm. Still O-ring style, still all the goodness of O-ring and all that. But we got a little bit, I believe these are sort of like when they started moving to that sort of like rubber. Now, some people like that or don't. What I like about it is no broken thumbs, which was a consummate problem in the original line of broken thumbs. And so we just did that. We put his original weapons from that comic book pack in, and then we just added, we added repros of like, his original 82, 83 weapons. So that's a comic book pack Snake Eyes. Oh yeah, and of course we did and again, to help differentiate it from all kinds of other ones, I just cut out his picture and I put that in the back there, so that you can tell that it's not a 80s Joe, but actually early 2000s. And so we did the same too with our lovely Scarlet. We got a Scarlet packed comic book pack G.I. Joe, and here she is. They gave her, I don't know why, but they gave her skis, like snow job skis. But we just went with we did those, we packed those up, and I got and actually, no, this crossbow, actually, it saved me a bunch of trouble. A good crossbow pistol came with that. So we did that, and I know it's hard to see, but we did, like, I just did the same. I cut out her sort of picture out of the comic book pack thing, and I just put it behind her to tell you that that's a comic book pack Scarlet. Next, we have arguably the star of the show of the G.I. Joe movie, Lieutenant Falcon. And again, completely original, everything. It's got all the original parts and everything. No repro in this one. And I just so happen to have a cutout of his original file card and everything else. And that looks absolutely fantastic. And again, some people loved or hated the movie. Don Johnson did a good job, I think, in doing Falcon's voice and everything else. So that was pretty good. Finally, we have an original card right here in Buzzer. We have an original carded Buzzer, completely original, everything. Hell, it's even got the looks like the Woolco or Woolworth or one of those wool locations back in the day. Price tags. So there you know. There it is. An original Buzzer. Really good shape. Looks great. What can I say? Love to do them up. And again, same deal. We have an original. When it comes to original guys, of course, the solution's fairly simple, in that you just go to Beggar's Canyon and you get the blister to be able to do that. Now, here we go. Another great example of another version of Snake Eyes that, again, may not be the most popular version. It's probably maybe the third most popular, in my opinion, but not too bad nonetheless. Version of Snake Eyes. We got two completed Snake Eyes. One is a Beggar's Canyon carded Snake Eyes with a original file card back. This is an original carded, recarded, but with original card back Snake Eyes. So here we go with him. And so to compare as we dare to the between the two, like original and repro, I'd say it's pretty freaking awesome. I mean, you get all the good stuff. You get all the good money shot stuff. So we got that. We got Spirit. We got Spirit recarded, and again, he's a fan favorite. Hard to get one complete. Can be pesky, especially with the eagle. And we're coming down, and we have, and again, one of the ones that I've been waiting to sort of show and unveil. Serpentor has a card, and again, same deal. We got him out of a comic book pack. This isn't an original Serpentor, but it's an updated original Serpentor. And he came out of a comic book pack, and I said, what do we do with a Serpentor? Oh, well, fortunately, Beggar's Canyon had a solution for that, and it looks great. Again, as a single, he came out of a comic book pack and looks great. This one here is an 87 Battle Armor Cobra Commander, except it's a 1997 out of a Toys R Us comic book pack, and Toys R Us 3 pack back in the day, 1997. It's just a redone Cobra Commander, done in blue instead. he didn't include they didn't do the air breather hose just like that. And so I'm like, hey, why not? So you know, it's like a variant or something. Here we got a comic book pack battle armor Cobra Commander, and again, same deal. Just saw it, we had it in the comic book packs, and I'm like, hey, I got a solution for him too. And what's kind of cool about this commander is his mask comes off. So we're moving right along. We got same deal, comic book pack, O-ring style, Zartan, of course, and same deal. Just added his weapons that came with the pack, and just added you know, sort of his backpack and his mask and all this other kind of thing. So it's all there. This one here is a 1997 Storm Shadow. So 1997 Storm Shadow. Same deal, comic book pack, or sorry, I keep saying comic book pack. It's rolling out with it, but it was a Toys R Us 3 pack, and yeah, what can I say? This is an awesome version, and of course I got his original weapons with that to make that. So that's just a sampler of those, and then here's a 1997 Snow Job for sure. He's done up. So same deal, Toys R Us 97, 98 or 97 Snow Job. And although he isn't perfectly white, I actually don't mind a bit of the dirt and all that stuff on his outfit, because it looks like he's been working that thing. And anyways, and then we got comic book 2003 or 4 Zorana. Same deal, had the same similar accessories, but just kind of a tweaked and updated look at the time. Still an O-ring figure, but still awesome. Anyways, you know, it's fun to do all the original stuff, but it's also fun to actually come up and have something that's a bit different and new, and they may not have seen before. Just like this scrap iron. Again, it's comic book scrap iron. You get a little bit, you definitely get more, you know, accessories, and especially when you add in all of his original accessories from the original scrap iron figure, but you know, still works nonetheless. So he's armed to the teeth in that one. He could definitely take out a tank, and probably several tanks at once. Crimson Guard, you've seen this before. I'm pretty sure I've done him before. But again, amazing original Crimson Guard in amazing shape. And so, you know, it's looking good on all levels for sure. So yeah, check this out. Just another big wide shot here. And, you know, here we go. And there it is. But we have also in our ranks, in our ranks, we have Big Boa, original Big Boa. And so there we are, Big Boa, original stuff, no repro or anything in that, Big Boa. We have Driver Water Moccasin, Driver Copperhead, and again, same deal, Beggar's Canyon, custom card. And again, with these custom cards, Beggar's Canyon is an absolute, and here I go, here they all go flying. Here we got Wild Weasel. We got that and that. We got the Lamprey, if you can see down there, folks. We got the Lampreys. We got that one. We got Clutch from the Vamp. Right? We got Clutch from the Vamp. Same deal, looking great. And here, I'm just going to pan us down here instead of having to take them off for the most part. Well, anyway, we'll get in close here. And we got Monkey Wrench. And again, it's awesome to have him complete and all that stuff. Not that he's much to complete, but his crotch is one of the most annoying things to find busted on secondary samples, and he often has it like that. We have Jinx from the movie. The animated movie made her debut. Awesome. We got Dr. Mindbender. Mindbender is awesome. And again, you know, we have, instead of doing his sort of traditional cape, we went to the Cape Master. And again, folks, check them out on eBay. They're excellent. We did they had a sort of a Mindbender cape that had a purple, it's sort of like a purple on the inside of the cape. You know, just to kind of set it off. It doesn't have the Cobra symbol on the back of it, but, you know, it's just all of that, kind of add something new to something, and trying different sort of imageries out. We do have original Mindbender with original cape. Cobra Viper, and again, classic. You know him. He's just like, you know, an awesome figure and everything else to build those Cobra ranks. And again, in amazing shape on this one. We have a Cobra bat. Same deal, awesome timeless figure, excellent, original stuff, in excellent shape. What can you say, the bat? And these aren't all the ones that we have, folks. These are just some of them. We have Alpine with original file card and everything. Okay, folks, so most pesky parts to look out for, of course, are his hooks. They can be a sincere pain in the you-know Alpine for those. We have Torch. Building those Dreadnought ranks. Gotta have Torch, gotta have Buzzer. Ripper's coming. We did him. I think I did Ripper like 3 times or whatever, and 3 other cats came in and they each needed one. So they're all gone, but he's coming. Gung Ho. Awesome figure. Again, great to have him unbroken. His crotch is another one that breaks quite often. But all original, everything. And file card. And finally, folks, finally, I made it without passing out. We have Hit and Run. Awesome figure. And again, pesky parts. Look out for his knife. Look out for the bag. Obviously, the duffel bag filled with the rope and everything else. Grappling hooks and all that other kind of stuff can be pesky. You know, to find them with the bag. Sometimes you got to look for those. Well, there you have it, folks. A partridge in a pear tree, G.I. Joe in our pear tree, and everything else. There's going to be more to come, up to 35 singles to add to this. But we just wanted to show you some of our custom stuff and sort of like our custom expanded universe. I keep forgetting I need to add expanded universe in there. But here it is. You know, just a fraction of what we got. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention Flint. Flint is up there if you can see. Repro shotgun. But you know, the shotgun that we got is great in there. The shotgun is definitely one of those hard to get pieces and pesky pieces, and can be expensive when you find it. Well, there you have it, folks. There you go. There's just some of the G.I. Joe that's going on, and expect more to come. And what can I say? We love doing them. Check them out. General out.